If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you. No, not asleep. Merely waiting. I have no idea. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates. Indeed you are. All figures have value in the universal equation, although, upon immediate reflection, I don't think that's what you meant. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand? But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I, don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance? Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review, but I can assure you, their value is commensurate with, the discovery of... Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking... However, if you happened upon these chapels, by my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. How do you know about that? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. As you have cleverly sussed out, Laplace's garden is the subject of an experiment into social conditioning, or curating, if you will, through the use of therapeutic pharmacology. We have been administering a pharmaceutical to the population of the garden via the water supply that aids in emotional regulation. We call it perspective. It's odorless, harmless. Well, apart from the withdrawal, but I can assure you we have our best minds working on that little issue. Minor complication at worst. Irritation, paranoia, increased desire to gamble. Oddly enough, all manageable conditions, of course. We are increasingly operating with fewer resources, however, and most regrettably, we've had to eject more and more subjects from the experiment in order to continue it. In a plan-perfected universe, we would have ample time to wean participants off perspective before sending them out of the garden. But, alas, we do not live in that universe. Yet. I'm pleased you agree. Though, don't we all? Oh, the garden is a everything. My word, you should have seen the debates over... Nothing beyond what I already included in my 100... His resignation has been due. On a more positive note, the Department of Predictive Analysis's biennial summits will be far less content. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? By the architect. But let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving... And what a history it is. It was... Cloister has two things in abundance. Ice and geothermal power. Both made it... Indeed. It's been a favorite bone fought over... But other stray inquiries occupy your mind. Oh yes, I'm aware. Better to know the spy in our midst than receive a replacement more capable of evading notice. Besides, Miss Doyle's harmless, and she serves the best convictions at the parlor, bar none. Has she now? Little ahead of schedule. No matter. You should do as she asks. Get her that sample. This is an unparalleled opportunity to see the shape of Sub Rosa's web. We only need plant the right fly. After collecting the sample, mix it with this liquid tracer. It'll make the drug functionally inert and allow us to track it wherever it shows up next. Not as such, not at the moment. However, let me put it this way. Any potential for interference above null is worth keeping an eye on. I did not become the Oracle Laureate by getting caught with my pencil down. Here, take this key. It will grant you access to water reconditioning, which you can find on the eastern side of the garden. You will also need this passcode for the terminal inside.
What a lamentable state of affairs.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
about your hypothesis about the flowers fair?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overall look.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from your mouth during these musical sequences?
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. You did sharpen my pencil, so I suppose sharpening yours is only fair. I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever Protectorate forces are on site to expect you. It's no guarantee, but at least they won't fire upon you on site. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make a copy of it. Before you hand it over to the Order, to be clear. Do we have an accord? We do work well together, don't we? Return here when you have the data. I'll be waiting.
Welcome back, Agent. I trust Laplace's garden. In what manner can I assist you? And how did she receive it? An acceptable resolution. Moving forward, we'll be monitoring her movements even more closely. All thanks to your efforts, of course. You made the right choice cooperating with the Order in this matter. Please accept this primer. It's a concoction of my own design. I foresee it being of great value to you. I thought you understood what we were... Well, I would not be a very good scientist if I kept my mind closed to other... Oh, is that your entire case? I expected... Alas, no. But it was a good effort, really.
I look forward to the reclamation of the hype. Now, how might we be of use to one another? I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation. Who told you about that? Were there an experiment being... The theoretical existence or non-existence of Order experiments are strictly within... It's not nefarious. It's a waste of time. But fine, you've made your point. Laplace's garden was built as a scholar's utopia. With this drug perspective, one would think that an organization at active war would have more pressing responsibilities than a scholar. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant. I look forward to the reclamation of the hype. Now, how might we be of use to one another?
Please direct any inquiries to the Artificer Laureate.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory. Keep walking.
Trooper. Trooper!
You
Hey!
make the rate lower.
I've no fair ideas of how to proceed, White. Nothing we do seems to garner the... Yes? Can I, wait. Welcome. Potential customer. It's really not.
Sarge, maybe they can help.
And who will pay them for the assistance? You? Very well. The issue is our compatriot, Trooper Hayes.
Same sucker, bad habit blocker. It tracks every movement like a hunting death stalker. Try a gross habit, it shocks nadgy bits. This flogger's a stopper, you just can't brush off her.
He's that.
Ever since the attack last night, he's been unresponsive and communicating only in jingles. At first I thought it might be some manner of marketing ploy, but it seems permanent. The artillery bombardment was particularly heavy last night before the assault began, and the rounds shook the ground so badly that our lantern flew off its hook on the wall. Hayes put his hands over his ears, lay feet on the ground, and after the only thing that had come from his mouth were jingles. Old archaic jingles, ones I haven't heard in years. We must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole earner, and should he be discharged, just the cost of his family's lodgings on the claim is more than enough to bankrupt them.
Crabble fabrics are exalting. The chitin shimmers and it shines. Your clothes will be so pretty, it's worth smelling like sea brine. Calorie killer, my weight loss pillar. Micro critters in my stomach, destroying all my dinner. Oh.
Yes, well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take. All right, I guess we can. Hayes, I'll take 5 bottles.
Absolutely. I have a whole sales sampler full of all the calorie... what is... Was I just trying to...
You don't remember?
He's been poppycock. I don't even know any jingles by heart.
Well, I'll be damned. I absolutely cannot believe that worked. Thank you so much for your help, stranger. Thank you so much for your help, stranger. We didn't know what we would do if Hayes was forcibly discharged.
Has anyone seen Jack?
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook?
Have a profitable
really
day.
shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
loiter about a protocol without someone casting assuming glances their way? I know a presumptive look when I see it. Oh, well, forget I said anything then. Oh, if you wanted to bribe me, you should have just led with that. If you want to undermine Protectorate troop morale around the Archive, you're in luck. Otherwise, not so much, I guess. 6 or 7 months ago, some Auntie's Choice clock puncher made a shipping error. Sent a few crates of failed grafting materials here to Cloister. You know that grafting program they used to have? Where they'd give some hapless hullhead a big monster arm? Torn off. These crates arrived full of rejected Crabbo graft parts. Sat untouched for... I met this Protectorate officer. Smug as all get out. Naive as the day is long. As the plan would have it, I told her I got a shipment. She agreed. Bought a few crates on the spot. Promised to send word when she needed more. I just had to grind up everything first. Remove a few telltale chunks. I can't take full credit or blame. I simply misrepresent. Here's an audio cartridge with all the details. Those troops hear what they've been eating? I don't know what'll happen, but they won't be happy about it. That's for sure. Don't mention it to anyone, especially not those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp. Guess that Protectorate officer won't want more imitation Crabble, huh? Too bad.
Whoa there, go-get. Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential Field Agent Auerbach, proprietary inside acquisition? Say, you...
Me? Part of the Order? Oh...
Would you have... If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. Well... Consider me even more intrigued by your presence. Heard hints this place was some sort of off-the-books research operation, which of course we of Auntie's Choice simply delight in. The Order left some fairly formidable security in one building. Mention that in case the prospect of certain death may inspire you to unburden yourself. That seemingly unimposing edifice over there? Good luck with that. Lost a few peons in there. Place is full of deleterious traps devised by Order ingenuity. Whatever's stored inside must really be something. At some point we'll work up the nerve to return. Been scouring all the other buildings clean since. A mess of energy-based barriers. A few seem pretty intent on bisecting the odd dawdler, and prove rather good at it. Yeah, well, suppose we'll let you in. You might disable a death trap or two with your bodies, then we can step over your cadavers and maybe use them for a shield. Alternately, if you manage to find anything marketable, probably be game to barter for it later. Assuming you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way, go consume like a good consumer.
Huh. Wouldn't be here to do. What do you need? Of course. Oh, a customer.
Got some test sprats volunteering to jump into that.
That whole place is one big death trap.
Oh, look who finally decided to appear.
Anais, you're not supposed to be here.
Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were taking your time arriving, I found a way inside these corporate drones haven't discovered. I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called restricted areas unseen. Peeked around a little. They've conveniently posted signs where various types of dangerous research materials are stored away.
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything.
Burn down initiation is listed on the top floor. They destroy materials through immolation there.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so enlisting the facility's own incineration measures would be prudent.
I saw signs for heretical miscellany, time-wasting contrivances, detrimental cognitive enhancers, and prevaricated hypotheses, in addition to cataclysmic ends.
Anais, stay here. Please.
I expected such to be your attitude, but I'll have you know that
I'm not doubting your abilities. Quite the opposite. I need you to guard this entrance. Anyone appears, come running.
Fine. Go. I uncovered a vent in that office. Standard order redundancy measure. Let's outpass the barrier over there.
I'll hang back a moment while you depower that fence. Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable these fences. Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
Research studies prove that disengaging from complex tasks for a time to engage the mind in unrelated challenges has downstream beneficial effects for problem solving. Thus, our department attempted to design a series of stress-reducing educational challenges to facilitate these efforts. After some light early successes, we refined further and received results beyond our wildest intent. Soon, members of other departments were idling away in our offices for hours, absorbed with what soon became known as brain puzzlements. My personal productivity was quite adversely affected by the mather. I still see it sometimes when I close my eyes. We finally locked them away to keep from engaging with them. Unfortunately, copies were smuggled out and distributed far and wide, leading to the oft-cited equational delay incident.
All right. Anyone appears, I'll just come running. Fine.
Bib. Dibs on looting your corpse.
Yes, Commander. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Hello? Someone there? Hello? Help! Please! Thank the law somebody came by. I've been rationing my anti-Cleo Borst rockets, and you know what? Your tongue turns black if you eat them all week. Might concerning, since it's all I have. Boy, am I out of the loop. I clearly ought to read more. Last 6 days would have been the perfect time to... We were sizing up the place. Well, a bunch of the others got killed.
Hold on. You're not even remotely considering releasing him, are you? A trade secret vulture from Auntie's choice? Free to roam in a building full of Order secrets? Granted, time-wasting contrivances is concerning only to those of us in the Order. But just one of those brain puzzlers put back the solving of the universal equation by months. I certainly wouldn't want Auntie's choice obtaining research related to cataclysmal ends. Or monetizing prevaricated hypotheses, for that matter. At the end of the day, it's just an Auntie's choice auxiliary dabbler. Hardly a cute little woolly cow or something.
Yay!
There's a low probability of that occurring. But it's true. Can't rule it out.
I mean, yay!
Do whatever you think is best here. I still don't completely agree, but I trust your decision.
I promise not to, blow up the universe. Or, whatever it is you two are worried about, I guess. Can you let me out now, please? Can you let me out now, please?
You're young and spry. You can handle that. Apologies, but no target, no attack. Damage, Commander. No combatant on my scopes.
Phew. Well, that's a relief. No thanks to...
Be grateful you're not on fire.
Don't have to tell me. This is all the bits I have on me. Not much, but I'll be out of here as soon as it seems safe.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.